Hello, welcome back, my dear children. Hope you are staying happy and healthy. Are you ready for today's class? Okay, very good. In the last class, we went through a Puraparambu, didn't you? Okay, do you remember what were the attractions of there? Yes, you are right. Mountains of bananas, hillocks of paddy, yards of jasmine, rows of glinting glass bangles, shimmery satin ribbons in rainbow hues, trinkets, toys, the call of vendors, the mouth-watering aroma of murukku, the beat of the drums, the stamp of feet, the acrid smell of gunpowder, the heat, the dust. These were the attractions of the Puraparambu. Okay? Then, what do the Tira and Pudan represent? Yes, very good. The Tira and Pudan are symbolic representations of the goddess who visit each home to chase away the evil spirits and bless the family. Okay, my dears, let's start today's class. Okay, I'll read the passage. Listen to me carefully and read with me. The drummers begin to beat their chindas, cymbals clash, and the Tira and Pudan begin to dance. With the vigor of supernatural beings, they twist and turn, gyrate and twirl, raising clouds of dust with their swirling feet. When they stop abruptly, there is an eerie silence until once again the drums come alive with a pagan rhythm. In the olden days, measures of paddy were given as an offering of thanks. Today, it is money. The Pudan tucks the cash into the sash at his waist and turns to go to the next house to announce the coming of Puram. Okay, my dears, did you get the idea of this passage? Oh, you don't worry, I'll give the detailed explanation. Listen to me. When the drummers beat their chendas and cymbal clash, the Pudan and Tira get a supernatural power and they begin to dance. Their body twist and turn, gyrate and twirl. Gyrate means to turn around fast in circle, and then we can see dust rising like clouds. When they stop abruptly means suddenly, there will be a eerie silence. Eerie means strange and frightening silence. Until once again the drums come alive. Okay, that means when Pudan and Tira stop their dance suddenly, there will be a strange and frightening silence. Okay, in olden days we used to give measures of paddy as offering. Offering means things or money given as contribution. Nowadays, it's changed as money. The Pudan collected the money into the sash at his waist and go to next house to announce the coming of Puram. Children, have you seen this type of religious functions in your village? Yes, you can also see this type of functions in your village as Parayaduppu. Okay, shall we move on to the next passage? Okay, I'll read the passage. You listen carefully and read with me. The Puram ground sees the blossoming of many art forms, be it classical, folk or contemporary. From Kathakali to Carnatic vocal concerts to mimicry to ballet, which is the local term for musical performance involving many costumes, songs and dancing with a thin cloth line woven to hold it all together. Artists are invited from all parts of Kerala, and each year the temple committee tries to outwit the previous committee's performance. Okay, my dears, listen to me. I'll give the detailed explanation. In Puraparamba, we can see many art forms. Maybe it's classical, folk, or contemporary. Contemporary means which belong to the present time. Kathakali, Carnatic vocal music, mimicry, ballet are performed here each year. Ballet is the local term for a musical performance involving many costumes, songs, and dancing. Each year, here artists are invited from all parts of Kerala, and the temple committee tries to outbid the performance of previous committees. That means the temple committee tries to make all the programs better than the previous years. Okay, my dears, hope you understood these two paragraphs. Now let's move on to the next activities of page number 125. Listen here. There are several expressions in village Puram associated with sights or visual and the sounds or auditory. Classify them as shown below. Here, first one is given for you. Here are two columns. One is visual and the another one is auditory. Here we can see an example, mountains of bananas. Children, can you say another examples of visual images in this passage? Yes, hillocks of paddy, yards of jasmine, rows of glinting glass bangles, shimmery satin ribbons in rainbow hues, trinkets, toys, etc. Okay, then what about auditory? Yes, first one is here, drummers beating their chendas, then the call of the vendors, the beat of the drums, the stamp of feet, the creaking of the gate, etc. Okay, my dears, now let's move on to the next activity. Read the line, came the boys like a flock of sheep from the poem Somebody's Mother. The word flock stands for a group. That is, the flock is the collective noun of the group of sheep. What do you mean by collective nouns? A collective noun is the name of a group of persons or things of the same kind considered as a single. Okay? Read the following passage and identify such words. Children, you have to read the following passage. Once there was a custom in a university. If a professor was late by 10 minutes, the class was suspended. One day, a professor arrived early for a 9 a.m. class. He could see only a stack of chairs. He had a pile of books with him. He wanted to take them to the library. He kept his bunch of keys on the table and walked to the library. By the time he got back to the class, it was 9:10. The room was empty. The next day, he told his students, "When my keys are here, I am here." He kept the keys in the chest of the drawers and walked down the flight of steps. The following day, he arrived at 9. He saw 28 keys on the desks and no students. Did you enjoy this story? Okay, my dears, now you have to find out the collective noun from this passage. Expressions or words that refer to a group. A bunch of keys. Then another one. Can you identify the another one? Yes, a stack of chairs. A pile of books. A chest of drawers. A flight of steps. Okay, students. Now you turn your page number 126. You have to fill the blanks using appropriate words from those given in the box. In the box, here are some collective nouns. You have to use it as suitable. First one, a dash of ladies. What will you write there? A bevy of ladies. Then next one, a team of players. Next, a flight of steps. A gang of thieves. A pack of dogs. A bunch of bananas. A group of islands. A clump of trees. A stack of hay. A bouquet of flowers. An army of soldiers. Okay, my dears. Now let's move on to the next question. Before that, you have to fill it in your text. Look at the underlined words in the following expressions. The call of the vendors, the beat of the drums, the stamp of the feet. The gate creaks open. What do these words refer to? What are the other sounds you are familiar with? Make a list of such sounds. A. Read a village poem once again and find out the words that refer to sound. B. Find out the meaning of the following words from the dictionary and fill in the boxes. Two meanings are given as the example. Students, now you have to find out the following words' meaning with the help of a dictionary. This is as your homework. Don't forget to do it. Okay, my dears, now it's the time to wind up today's class. We will meet in the next class with the rest of the story. Thank you.